What we offer here is a process of purification, away from the pressures of the modern world.
You plan to take Mr. Pembroke back with you?
Is that a problem?
He's a patient, not a prisoner.
Well, it was just really kind of the story itself, and it felt like it was the right time to tell a story about that deals with the question of wellness. You know, are we, as a society, are we not well? And to prey upon a kind of sense of denial that that we're continuing to go through our lives, everybody, and who doesn't want a note from their doctor to tell you, you're not responsible, particularly in the case of Lockhart, who's kind of a, stockbroker who's going to take no prisoners and do whatever it takes to get ahead and lie and cheat. At some point, the bill's going to come due psychologically for people like that, right? I think that's part of the genre. I mean, this is to corrupt the concept of a wellness center, of a spa, a place you go to kind of take a steam bath and relax. And so what's alluring about the place is a sort of opiate of it, that people come here and they can let go, of the modern world. But that's the first turn. And then the second turn is that maybe this place isn't, maybe the cure is worse than the disease.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways Lockhart has the sickness that this movie talks about so much, and he's driven by an ambition to have more power and more money and just climb the corporate ladder of his company, and he thinks that's what wellness is. And I think he'll, step on people to climb to the top. That's why he's the perfect kind of hero for this kind of story. And those aren't necessarily, likable attributes. So the trick was, making a character that you thought was cool, but you didn't mind seeing go through some stuff, that you want to get a beer with, but also you wouldn't mind seeing get punched in the face. And that was kind of the challenge and the line I walked in the performance.
Well, I think the genre allows you to kind of deal with, how we dream, using a sort of dream logic to the narrative as opposed to kind of a linear story. You enter this place and we can prey upon your motivation to discover. We can, use enigma and devices that you might find more in a Murakami novel than you would in a kind of, a piece of sort of Western literature. I'm drawn to that. The ability that you sense this is making sense in the way a nightmare makes sense. In the way we dream, not so much in the way we kind of operate in a waking state. Well, yeah. I mean, I think we all want to take a break. Lockhart's character just has, hasn't been sort of properly diagnosed yet. There's something. We would like to sort of ruin the spa treatment for all audiences, European audiences, American audiences. I think that it's sort of untouched.
Yeah, it was, for sure. It was very draining. The locations were beautiful. Yeah, it was nice to travel around Germany. But every day was a challenge. Every day was tough, and I went through a lot, for sure. Gore really made sure that I was tortured and challenged and all those things. But, sure, it's cool to go to work at a castle.
We put everything we could into this movie and tried to celebrate, the type of movie that isn't a sequel or isn't based on a theme park or a toy there's no IP. We're sort of trying to get back to, the movies that we liked in the 70s, or and why not just? I mean, we would love to to have the opportunity to do something again, you know, from scratch. But I think this kind of sense of trying to say there's going to be a sequel before you know, that's the cart in front of the horse. Yeah, as soon as you make a sequel, you've you know, everything's known. You know, it's nice to kind of operate from a place of the unknown.
Yeah, it's hard to find a movie these days that's original and singular, and that's why I really hope people embrace this film, you know, because I think it really is unique. And I think if people embrace this film, then hopefully we could make another film that's also original and also singular.
What's happening to me? It's all part of the cure.
There is no cure!
Accept the diagnosis, and you will see.